What's going to come as a second one, however, does vary quite a lot. A lot of teams now like to choose the red brick building, the Coast Guard office here on Xbox. It is
Throw
something
people off.
the PC doesn't want to go near at all.
No, they're afraid of those windows.
Yeah, but there are more windows in this bomb site and in the map room.
Very true when you think about it.
So we'll see what it is Denial choose to go with. As we mentioned, they've had many weeks off, they've had many weeks to train this, but this being Supremacy's map, let's see whether they've got things lined up. As their attacking lineup, they've got Blackbeard, Sledge, Thermite, Ash, and Twitch. So we do see a slightly slower lineup without that IQ that we had from the other European team.
A little less
But
aggressive.
still a lot of firepower out of that.
Twitch is still an aggressive player, though. It's a good trade-off for the IQ.
And in case those of you had forgotten, right there on your screen right now is a free skin code for the Season 2 Rainbow Six Pro League skin. So if you were fast enough to get a shot of that or to line up your Uplay Redemption box and get it in.
If I was on a computer right now, I'd already be doing it myself.
I already bought them. You mean you haven't already bought them? Yeah,
of course I have. Give them out to my friend. Yeah,
there we go.
That's it. So we see them setting up their defenses here. They're going to be prepared for that box to get blown. There's a Thermite on the other team. The question is, are they going to push server or are they going to push that box?
We'll find out. We often see on this little L-bend balcony here, we've got a Thermite, a Blackbeard sitting here looking through either of these two windows. It becomes very powerful for him. Or, as you mentioned, when they repel and Thermite into here, some nice nifty upside down Thermite tricks, give him a good angle in towards the A site. Or final option repelling on these windows. So we'll see where it is they choose and put that Blackbeard. As it is, BCK right there, Heartbeat censoring the backside of the A site. Got the trapdoor still here, waiting unreinforced to give him a nice angle in and down
nice
if they need to back
that.
away. Good camera out from Killer, landing perfectly.
The classic construction spawn here. It's a good place to spawn, one of the safer spots, but you see them spreading out their spawns actually, not just all starting on one side. Good to counter those peaks.
The two journeying on in. Zephyr here looking underneath the garage at the moment.
A little worried about those roamers sneaking out there because you don't get marked when you're in that garage.
Checking for cameras, they're looking for them all over at the moment.
Maybe they wish they would have brought that IQ, huh?
We're in the other building. Begins to fire in. Uses a nice angle here through the bridge to just look a little way around the corner. They know there is a Frost there already. They've spotted her out, droned her out. Havix was that man. Now he's going to have to drone again. Bibu coming in from the floor below using the G36C fending fighter, and he's found Havix now in the side room as well. Now Sangor's coming from behind, and he's going to be the next point of call for Havix.
Nice.
He peeks around.
Good,
nice and easy. Sangor was ready and waiting for him. They knew they had him pincered. They knew he was coming in that direction. And very quickly, Supremacy had taken down the two Denial roamers.
Still a little dangerous for Blackbeard against that shotgun there. Had he not been able to be ready for it, could have got caught out.
Now, upstairs, BCK Heartbeat censoring in front. He's going to see a 2-mix soon up against that wall. There we go, the Heartbeat's on show. 2-mix is repelling up. We do see damage coming in towards Powerful already now from that window. Rafael is landing those rounds. Spraying on the next angle too. Killer's on the stairs, Spaz 12 in hand. We've seen rounds won and lost by this hold if he can keep his hands tight around it. Underneath, Zephyr is being heartbeated out by BCK. Atomic is blowing both sides of that wall now, and BCK has got to be very, very cautious. And Sangro has a beautiful angle here. Here's that upside down repel shot I was talking about. Gives him a nice angle over the top. Now the camera, and now looking down the back of the room with that shield perfectly covering his head.
Good Blackbeard. He's got to know someone's probably hiding in there, but he's not going to be able to weed out Pulse by himself.
Got the sight lines to the back of the room. Now BCK does kill off a drone, but that means he was spotted, so they've got to be cautious of it. Bibu is inside the room and sprinting very deep in. Sees BCK and a nice flick around, gets it. Rafael is killed out, Powerful as well, and now Killer, the only man on the stairs, comes up and stops the plant. Rafael coming around behind him, has to switch to a pistol, can't finish him off. Bibu going to rush on in. Bibu gets down by a quick flick react, gets to get the kill. Rafael now there too. Killer can't finish him off, but Rafael's very low. The plant is going down at the back of the A site now.
Good switch up.
Rafael, there we go. Repositions around to fire through the gap, and Supremacy get the first round on the board here in this game. Denial just singled out and picked off one by one. A very nice shot.
I think the combination of like some good movement and watching out communication with that Pulse just made it so they didn't get pinched. I mean, you saw Frost get pinched out, and that was unfortunate that they weren't prepared for that. I mean, they had to know the shots were coming in, that there was pressure coming from that side. But after that, they started to do a really good job of kind of having an idea where the attackers were going to be and countering them.
Well, that's the key thing there, is the fact that once those 2 roamers were killed off, one, they were killed very quickly. This was 2 minutes on the clock. They didn't get a single kill to their name. They didn't do any kind of damage. Didn't really expend many utility things from the attacking team. And as a result, they were just left with everything they could hold for their attack for the bomb site, and then 5v3 with all those utilities still in hand. Easy round.
I like that shotgun to counter the plant through that wall. That was a nice move.
Yeah, but now Supremacy, after winning that attack round, are on defense. And they are defending the map room and the kitchen room.
They don't want to start up top.
No, this is a slightly more uncommon one for Xbox to pick. We'll see whether or not Supremacy have got something figured out to lock it in the bag, or if Denial are going to show and prove to them why nobody else really picks it. Just a moment. Upstairs, we do have a Tumik and Bibu reinforcing these 2 back trap doors, but leaving the one at the front open to give a good rotate and flank hole if needed, and still doing these reinforcements up here just to force out a couple of thermite charges if you want to get inside.
Might as well make them use those. So there's one less for the trap doors.
Tumik throwing a couple of cameras outside the windows as well as soon as the round begins. And
he's been a very strong roamer as well as Bibu, so we'll see if he can make some damage happen here.
Tumik upstairs with him has Zephyr.
I've seen some good picks from Zephyr with that range on that Jaeger rifle, but it looks like he doesn't want to go for those early window peeks.
Also got our first smoke of the day without a shotgun. So, crack in the stalls, which will allow him to prone underneath the gap. Killer, however, is on that window right out in front of him. And no, it could have been very close to Smoke's head there. Oh,
gotta be
cautious.
cautious.
The door open up. It takes a lot of ammo to do that with how beaky that gun is. Flashbang's coming in towards the B site itself. Now he's going to look towards the staircase. Bibu is the man around that corner. Does come up with a heartbeat sensor in tow, but the reactions aren't quite there. Killer cannot take Bibu down or even tag him at all.
It's hard through that metal there.
BCK is just inside, checking the corner, checking the doorway, making sure no one pushes forward. Bibu is just checking with his heartbeat sensor, looking in this general direction. He sees BCK, sees Killer on the window. Sees Havoc's down the far side as well, and now drones are going to come in and have to shift them from where these spots are sitting. Havoc's, there we go, on the window, sprays in the backside, takes the tank roll down. Smoke was pinned behind the bomb because of Killer being on that window. He can stand up and run away, or so he thought.
I'd like to see Thermite blow at least one hatch here before he gets into a firefight.
DK is inside the room. He's not going to blow any hatch. He's going to start the plant. The shotgun's going to come around the corner and does down him. Can't finish him off, and he's now getting sprayed down by Killer. He's trying desperately to finish that Thermite.
Nice pin down from the windows.
Havoc's, though, they're on the other side of that smoke grenade.
Sensor activated.
Cautious for Bibu. BCK still down in the corner. Fighter coming in to help him out. Killer on the window. Was looking in this direction, is not doing so anymore. Inside the corridor, there's 2 more. Now Killer spots him. That's Fighter giving the warning. He turns around and will finish Bibu down.
Late.
Killer watching the angle. Zephyr sounds Fighter off. BCK is still down. They're going to try and revive him. Zephyr's peeking the corner. The shots are tagging Killer.
Nice
Havoc's picking Raphael off as he tries to come in. They do get the revive down now. Underneath, Zephyr is looking to come peek out outside. A Tumik is coming down. It's going to drop on top of Havoc's head, coming around the other corner, but now they're both in the same spot. Zephyr going around first, starts spraying on towards Killer. Tags him but survives it. Goes across the gap, and that out comes one more. Shotgun in tow now, and Tumik has got to do what he can. The plant is down inside the A site. Shotgun on the window, the drone and the flashbang's coming up, and Tumik is completely white. Just blindly spraying, not sure where it is he's standing. Takes more damage from the Killer on the window. That could be very, very low. He's just across the gap. Now Killer's going to finish him off with the Desert Eagle. Delaying what was ultimately inevitable, but Denial on the board. 1 round apiece.
They had like such a good move there, and then just getting pinched in that doorway and stalled out. Was there, I mean, that shotgun would have been really nice against that Blackbeard. Had that Twitch not been there, I think we would have saw the end of Blackbeard between those 2 attacking. But with that other operator, they're just weren't able to make it happen, especially since they were both kind of trapped in that position. They'd rotated around outside and left themselves in a position where they couldn't really go anywhere else without being marked. Definitely a dangerous move. I think one that ultimately cost them the round.
Denial then trying to defend the top floor again. He didn't even get close last time, considering how quickly everybody died off in their roaming spots. Gonna have to do a little bit of a better job this time over. At the very least, the roamers need to work a bit closer together because, yeah, they were found, they were killed, but it did take a little bit of a while for Supremacy to do that. Yeah. Those 2 roamers were a little bit closer together when found and when hunted. They could have at least traded maybe 1 or 2 kills back and forth.
Yeah, they've got the cameras, they've got the bear traps, they've got pulse, they've got a lot of utility for stalling, delaying, and surrounding them, but they've just got to work together to actually make that happen.
10
stairwell.
seconds left.
With that Spaz
5
12 was
seconds
the
to
last
go.
man alive in the last defense round. Turn
Attackers
around, you
must
still have stopped
locate and
throwing in a
defuse
couple of
the bomb.
cameras outside.
The attacker's bomb
Close back up
diffuser has been dropped.
quickly before Zephyr comes around the corner.
I mean, they've got to use those to know where they're coming from, but it seems like them spawning in separate locations made those outside cameras not as useful.
So camera's main use
A
there.
little late though.
Heartbeat sensor
Got
deployed.
knowledge later into the round.
Yeah.
BCK watching for the repels up here.
Always a big fan of opening that window early, just so you can get those people repelling just like Thatcher is right there.
Is open. BCK would have heard the repel and seen it on his heartbeat.
Question is with the shotgun, can he catch him out at that distance? But he can catch Bibu for sure here.
Bibu's on a shotgun of his own, planting the charge. BCK is thinking about it. C4 comes out, does land just below them and doesn't do any damage. Nice
Probably would
try.
be better off with the shotgun there.
He's running an up. See
Oh.
Bibu very close. Bibu's
Question- oh,
heartbeat
we can't see
is
Sengrel,
right there,
though.
but yeah, you can't
Bomb located by attackers.
Sengrel's already inside. Now he sees his
Oh.
heartbeat just as powerful kills him off. Now Bibu's in as well. Bibu with his shotgun has taken down one kill. Now Killer's around the
Go flip
backside has actually team killed Powerful, but Powerful's already downed. So it's not
Deploying sensor.
Not too
the
bad
biggest
then.
kill in the world.
First you kill.
That's the diffuser at the back of the room, and Killer is now holding on tight. Fighter has killed off a Tumik, and this is much better for Denial. Rafeo tries to come
Good
through the window,
kill.
is immediately down. Fighter on the stairs, finished off by one last shot from Zephyr. But Zephyr's being punished through the wall already, and BCK
Attackers
finishes him
neutralized.
down for Denial's round.
Much better
Supremacy
defense.
this time around opted to go for the aggressive push into the site instead of dealing with the rumors. Just alright, we'll go into the back of the site, we'll breach the windows, we go straight into B. But the guys inside were just held firm and did their job that the Romans had. Only time to come back up and join it. They weren't even needed in the beginning.
No, I think they could have even been killed off sooner with two repelling on that on the north wall, and no one even doing anything. I mean, he tried to throw the C4, tried to go for the kill, but he still lived long enough to make his actual position count. And then the team kill obviously
Yeah,
didn't help.
if he'd have stood up, he'd have been right into Bibu's shotgun. Easy
Yeah.
kill for Bibu. As it was, he just gave play-by-play information to his teams that they're coming in, when they're repelling, when they're not. And when someone's repelling through the window, it's an easy kill for you to
Yeah.
get, which is why the guys inside with their shotguns were easily there to mop them all up. And that attack just crumbled from the inside out. And then he was alive at the end there to get that last kill. If he wasn't alive for that,
Yep.
it would have been very different.
Worked out very well.
So yeah, while it's tempting to just see the
Yeah.
heartbeat right there, I could just step up, it's not worth the risk.
Especially since he didn't even see the other heartbeat.
Yep. Supremacy now then. Defending the upper floors themselves. They didn't hold down very successfully. So now they're going back to the more standard floor above, seeing if they can make this one work instead.
Looks like Denial running the same attack squad they were last
10
time.
seconds to insertion.
Seemed to work out pretty well for him, so I don't blame him.
5 seconds remaining.
The defender's still downstairs and in the other building here from
Oh.
Bibu and Zephyr.
Attackers must locate
Cracking
and
open a
defuse
couple of
the
windows,
bomb.
cracking open some trapdoors as well, giving themselves some get out of jail free spots.
Good combo there. I like having Zephyr over there being able to use that range to say pick around people from behind. Definitely useful. You can come up those stop stairs, get on the roof. He could peek out a window and shoot people repelling. He's got a lot of utility with that rifle, but unfortunately gets spotted by that drone. That's going to make it much harder for him to do that.
Ash is on the windows, cracking one open. He now has to immediately sprint away, goes back towards the security room. Sangrel. Bibu's still in here though, hasn't been droned out just yet. He's got a trapdoor to drop through, he's got a trophy system there to keep him safe, and he's got a window open on his right-hand
They're
side.
not going to expect two roamers up, but they do still drone him out.
You drone it out, make sure it's completely clear, and I
Heartbeat sensor
think
activated.
expecting two roamers is pretty common.
Yeah.
We just heard Strictly Business say that Europe will run two roamers. We know
Yeah.
that Bibu and Tumik, or Bibu and whoever, they always run as a pair. So when you've got one running away, keep droning. You're going to be certain of a second one shortly after, and you're right. Bibu does get found. Now right underneath him, there are two. Grenade comes straight up. First one taken out by the trophy though.
Yeah, they got to be watching that drop
The
down.
drone coming in. They know he's still in the room. They're waiting underneath. They know that's the way he wants to go.
Deploying heartbeat sensor.
Flashbang comes up, taking out the trophy system. Now he sees the heartbeat,
Nice
goes to the
shot.
shot, does tag him, but doesn't kill him.
Loading man.
Meanwhile, Jaeger is down elsewhere. Fighter comes in when he's on the reload, but
Mid
gets
reload
cut
still.
apart. More shots
Nice.
rustling through. The shield goes down. Jaeger's been revived elsewhere now, so it is just a one-kill advantage to Supremacy.
Still doing a good job really stalling them out.
Powerful now repositioning away as
Sensor
well, and
activated.
Bibu is doing his job. Powerful now been spotted. Across the corridor, comes out, but
Oh,
easy
that wall
shots for
gets
the
in the
Famous that
way.
was ready for him.
Not the
Careful.
best shotgun angle.
Cautious about where Jaeger may be now. Jaeger is no longer in that building. There's a minute 15 on the clock though, so Bibu, having wasted all that time before they can even get to the bomb site building, is going to have done Supremacy quite a bit of favors.
Not to mention, they're still going to be a little worried about where did Jaeger go.
So they had downed him once, he is now back up though. Dodging through his own team's smoke as they've blown open this wall already, so trying to fire up and make sure the plants aren't going down. More players outside behind him.
Definitely going to be hard for them to make that push in there with that angle and that drop down.
On the back side, Killer is looking towards the security desk and is flashbanging in completely. Powerful is on the other roof, making sure no one flanks up this way. Havoc is over, looking towards the doorway, covering the cross. Killer has come inside,
Nice.
and I don't know why he did that. He just handed himself to Sangro.
Oh.
Now they try to rush Ashin as well, and suddenly the attacking team is just crumbling.
Falling
Denial
apart.
picked apart without really needing it.
Nice
Nice shot from Powerful to take down one, looking for Rafael at the back of the
Almost.
room now. Zephyr's still underneath him, he comes straight in.
Oh.
It's an easy kill for Zephyr to get.
Wasn't ready for that.
Denial rushing in very aggressively there, and yeah, still don't believe it was needed.
That room was just a murder house. Nice play by Jaeger. They're just waiting for that. While monitors put so much pressure on him when he tried to push in. Just got shot. Looks like we have another code.
Oh, Supremacy back on attack. 2 rounds to 2. So running those same 5. They are now going to be attacking the kitchen trophy room. Sorry, kitchen projector room. 2 used to chalet.
Yeah.
Kitchen and projector room. So Denial looking to go downstairs as well themselves.
Defenders, protect your bombs
Good-
from being
good last
defused by
round.
attackers.
They thought they knew where the Supremacy guys were last round. They thought they could just rush on in and pick them off as they went.
Yeah, let's.
Not the case.
Yeah, I think we've seen that twice now with just these aggressive pushes on that top floor just falling apart. I mean, we saw that last round and the previous round before that from both teams. So I imagine both of them got to be like, okay, we need to play a little more cautious on our attack upstairs, time it a little bit better, and not just get picked off one at a time flying through windows. I get to see Denial hopefully taking advantage of the fact that both teams have made that mistake,
10 seconds left.
trying to trap them out a little bit better.
So Fighter
5 seconds to insertion.
reinforces one trapdoor. Killer's cracked the other one. Now they're looking for the
Attackers must
third,
locate
which
and defuse a
is
bomb.
currently staying unbroken above the B site. It's a dangerous trapdoor if you do leave it unreinforced.
Yeah, I've seen some people reinforce it just to be able to sit on it safely in that room as well, but
Cracking a hole here, using an entire magazine of ammo to do it. You've got a shotgun standing right there with you.
yeah,
Not the best use of things, but
doesn't
hey
show a
ho.
lot of coordination.
So it saves time using his pistol to get this kill hole instead, and that's definitely better use of ammo. But now, you sit back and you wait for the attacking team to come your way. Bibu is journeying in, uses that hole he just found, and will drive it straight into C Fighter.
Did not work out. His favor right there.
Killed off. Sangor gets the first kill this time around. Bibu normally the first man aggressively into the sites to do this, but Sangor from across the bridge taking out that late rotating rook.
Nicely
of all
done.
people there in the model room. Bibu repelling on the window now to think about some way in.
Not sure that they know how they want to approach this at this point.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
Bibu definitely doesn't. He's been up and down this time 3 times over now.
And he's the aggressive operator. They've really got to start making some peaks.
Picked up 1
Attackers
kill, so they've got
located a
time.
bomb.
2 minutes with 1 in their name. Zephyr now coming to join Sangor and making their way across the bridge.
Metal detector giving him off a little bit.
Means that open. Bibu's on the windows to check inside is safe for him and comfortable that it is.
Looks like they left the diffuser just sitting down.
Team are going to go and blow the floor above. They do know they're
Attackers
still
will
going to go
cover the
down, but
diffuser.
getting control of this floor is pivotal for it. Especially when you've already killed one of the guys that's going to be down on the objectives. You kill the guys that are upstairs and you're laughing.
Yeah, definitely going to be good, especially if they can get open one of those hatches as well.
Killer on the stairwell. Fighter still upstairs in what would be B. It's the server room. Can I cross towards the gap? BCK checking the heartbeat sensor. Sees a Tumik inside the security room.
Looks like that's where he wants to use his second thermite, not bothering with the hatches.
No, it's just something to keep the guys upstairs busy while they actually go down. Sangor hovering on the window now is looking behind the A site, checking and seeing whether it's clear before he heads up to the windows. The flashbang's going to get taken out by the trophy system. Third one will go through,
Good thing
though,
he's got
land
3.
right on BCK's face.
Grenade!
He is blinded. That grenade does go up pretty close too, and he actually shrugs that off pretty nicely. Watching towards B. Sangola's there. Denial's going to stand up. BCK didn't actually get seen by Sangol.
Oh.
The plant is going down. The C4 comes out and he
Nice
gets a double.
C4.
BCK stops the plant and gets one more. and gets prone back behind the desk again. Now Bibu looking to make his way in. He's now the man that's got to pick up the diffuser mantle and get that plant on the way. Giving it a shot. BCK's perspective this time over, sees exactly where he is. Sangral on the window, spots him.
Sangral knows.
Darts across the gap, gets away with it. Looks for Rafael now by the model room. They're going to push aggressively.
Nice
shotgun. Rafael misses all his shots and allows it. Fighter drops on down. Bibu was ready for it. Bibu gets him out, but now they're going back the other way. BCK is looking for Sangral on the window. The shot blasted there. Bibu taking out Havoc.
Gotta get that Blackbeard.
Killer's up and above, and a nice kill through the desk is there. Denial finishing off Bibu. Sangral finishing off BCK. Killer upstairs looking for the man repelling on the window. Sangral is ready for it, but he ducks away at the last second. The plant is still down and ticking away. C4 goes out, won't touch Sangral. Killer's got to make something happen here. He can't leap out, and even if he could, he couldn't get back in time. Sangral's up on the window, turns away from him, lends back.
Gonna jump out.
Realizing he can't jump out, gets tagged down even harder. No time to defuse. This is going to be a successful attack for Supremacy.
Wow.
Bomb defused. Attackers win.
That Blackbeard was pivotal in that room. I thought Pulse was going to make it happen on him. He saw where he was. He had the heartbeat detector. He got that C4 kill. Was starting to lock down that room. But once Pulse got pinned down behind that desk, Blackbeard just did his business. That was a good play. It seemed like they didn't really know where they wanted to attack, but once the pressure got on there, they definitely did some damage. It was unfortunate about that C4 kill on him in terms of them just not being prepared for Pulse there. I think they got a little antsy to get into that room and not drone it completely. But it worked out.
Oh, Supremacy once again edging themselves out into a small lead. Still staying very, very close. Niall now on the attacking team as Supremacy start to defend the kitchen and projector room once more. They kept their plan nice and hidden for the entirety of that last attack round. Weren't too obvious at where they were coming in from. They picked that first kill up nice and early, and that would have helped out a lot.
Yeah, that could have made a big difference.
Making the noise upstairs, keeping the guys upstairs busy before actually just rotating quickly down to get that plant down inside A. When it was only BCK left there, he did a great job getting that one C4 kill he did. Or double C4 kill, sorry, to help delay it. But they were still so set in that the rest of his team could not really make the move they needed.
I like that fake out, you know, making them think you're going to push upstairs and then pushing downstairs, using the thermites on the things people didn't expect them to. As well played, they earned that win. A lot of barbed wire going down over by kitchen and in the projector room. Get prepared for that attack. For those people pushing from there, not necessarily expecting them to make that same push that they just did. But they definitely could. I mean, Smoke here kind of just roaming around waiting for someone to make a peek.
Tumik being very cautious on the floor above. Bibu sitting down in the garage stairwell. Heartbeat censoring what may or may not be coming his way.
At least they reinforced that server drop down this time. Or unlike Denial.
Door has been opened up. Havoc starts cracking his way in. Looking towards that B site. Angro is in there, smokes in hand.
Both him and Thermite looking a little antsy.
The window starts getting shot open by Blackbeard, and in towards the kitchen doorway he fires as well.
A lot of pressure coming on this kitchen for Smoke.
Right now though, he is safe from almost all the angles. He's got the smoke charges to throw in if and when needed. Trophy system to look after him from the first couple of things coming his way. There's 2 gone.
Definitely helping him out.
Last one's a grenade, blows up right in front of his face, but he shrugs it off.
He's got a lot of pressure on you. I don't know if he can make it out safely. They know he's there.
Second one will down him though. And
Nice.
he gets shot out nicely by Fighter, who was the man throwing those grenades. BCK close inside as well now. They did drone him nose there. Zephyr tries to peek out from the other building, and a beautiful shot from Fighter shuts him down, and suddenly Supremacy are down 2 men. 5v3 setup. The Tumik is above, looking to try and make holes down through the floor. Powerful would have just seen him come to that window. He tries to leap outside like he's done before, but they were ready for it. Bibu is now around there, looking to try and help him out do the same thing again. Havoc's is picking up the kill down onto a Tumik. Rafael just get the first kill for the defending team. It is onto BCK. It was the planter, but they picked it straight back up again. Now he sees Havoc's, and it's an easy shot for Havoc's to get. Bibu now above. Has got to find 4. Sees Fighter trying to plant.
He's the person to try and
Tries
find
to spray
people.
down through it.
Oh,
Not
not
going to land
vertical.
any damage whatsoever. Plant goes down. Bibu now looking to put his team onto map point, but is, yeah, asking a bit much. 4v1. He does see 2 outside here. Repelling one's down.
I've seen some good
down the stairs.
clutch plays from Bibu, but this is
The man watching this staircase already. It is Havoc. He sprints actually past it, gets away with only a little bit of damage escaping on him. Looks to the left now to find Killer. But Powerful gets him through the window. And unsurprisingly, Denial takes us back to a 3-3 scoreline.
Well played. I thought that was a really good attack as well. I mean, they were using the windows, boxing smoke in for a while there. It took them a little longer than it probably should have to get smoke out of there, but getting him out and just picking off those people that were holding those windows paid off. And the 2 people dying trying to peek outside. I mean, it was nice that Jaeger peeked outside with the longer range weapon, but once he got caught out, they were just ready for it. Unfortunate for Bibu as well. Definitely not the best defensive plays there. Looked a little frantic at the end.
To locate and defuse bomb.
So, in the trend going of this 3-3 back and forth, Denial are onto defense of the floor above.
See if they can make what adjustments they need to here. Like maybe some good frost trap placements, hold off those windows.
To mix things up just a little bit. We saw Supremacy first time over, be very slow, methodical, and clean out those 2 roamers and get into this site with ease. Second time they tried it, they went a lot faster and just tried to rush onto the B site from almost every angle. They were cut down by shotguns and BCK's heartbeat sensor information feed.
5 seconds left.
I would like to see some windows opened up maybe on that A site from the red building.
Locate and
Make it a little harder for them to hide in there. They have been playing a lot in those monitors.
Last couple of reinforcements are done.
Attackers drop the diffuser.
Zephyr and Sankor making their way across from the west side of the building with Bibu there as well. Timik got a drone on the inside, and Bibu quickly down towards the garage will begin his journey up towards the bomb site. Rafael out by construction, gets in close and gets in a bit safer, and then begins to reposition his way around as he drones in as well. Side,
Definitely want to play it
floor
safer.
below is Fighter just sitting here in the kitchen.
He's waiting for someone to try that window again. We saw a lot of Blackbeard play on that window before.
Yeah, or just come in through the doorway to his left. Either way, they got to cross through that site. Bibu's drone didn't spot him. He looks to try and kill it off. He actually could have got away with that.
Oh, does get spotted by that one.
He did kill that one off just across the gap and get to head up to the stairs now. With every little drone, he moves closer back towards the safety of the objective.
A lot of droning going on.
Anger once again using this angle to give him a slightly better view towards the model room. Bibu then up on the windows, going to head from that crossfire over towards security. Tumik drones out, finds Havoc. This is where he was last time, where they killed him without him making any kind of impact, but this time he's doing a lot better. Not that much better.
No.
Sangro will kill him off in a 1v1, but there's a minute and a half on the clock now instead of 2:15, so he waited longer and wasted more of their time, and that's important.
Yeah. Down to a minute 30, they're going to have to start making some kind of pushes, but at least they got Blackbeard in over here.
Fighter does get the first kill for the defending team. It's on Bibu as he tries to come around the stairs. A nice tight angle here from Fighter. Looking for another one as BCK takes down Zephyr as well. So the Pulse throwing it out the back angle this time around worked. Rafael darts across the gap and goes out to the car park. Sango is droning inside. Rafael still at the doorway, and while they are looking to come in upstairs again, they're now down heavily on numbers. Minute on the clock. Tumik looking for that reinforce, that thermite charge, but it's got to be cautious of the door first. Sango now going to cover it for him before checking the other balcony.
Making it work for Blackbeard here.
Blowing the hole up nice and high. Blackbeard can then fire over it and look towards the back of the room. It's going to be BCK that's down there. And opens into the plant side, but notice where Fighter is, notice where these kill holes are. Beautiful shot!
Well played.
It's Fighter that does it. He was in those kill holes, in the corridor.
Look at
down
angle.
under the gap. Shoots him in the side of the legs. Rafael up on the window, now tagged as well by Fighter. He doesn't get the shots off in time. BCK finishes Rafael off in those windows. Tumik is the last man standing. His feet are getting nipped away at by BCK from up top and Fighter below. And Denial edges themselves a small lead. Supremacy, though, do not look disheartened.
Despite losing
Nice
the first death, they really came back strong after that. You know, like you said, did the work delaying, and then once the kills started coming down, it looked like they just didn't have the strength to push they needed to anymore.
All right, remember this is Supremacy's map choice here, but both teams still clearly got to practice on it, still clearly working very well. And with this round, Denial could end it all if they successfully attack the server room and the control room.
Supremacy are definitely going to have to be careful, especially pushing in through windows. We've seen a lot of sloppy repelling in through windows and getting killed on server room.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
They're going to have to clear out as much as they can of the roamers. Make sure that they can make their strong pushes, use those windows to their advantage instead of just swinging in them.
So, Supremacy beginning their setup as
Discovered the
ever.
location of a bomb.
Setting up cameras at the back of the room is a Tumik, allowing the man that's down there to just stay prone but look over it with the camera if needed.
Curious to see if they run some more people over in Brick again. Last time Bibu and Zephyr did a pretty good job of that.
Yeah, they did waste a lot of time while over in that building, but at the same time,
10 seconds to go.
didn't change the round too drastically.
5 seconds left.
great when it works,
before
though.
insertion.
Oh, it is.
That surprise jump up on top of the roof
Attackers'
and
objective is
shoot the
to
people
defuse
trying
the
to
bomb.
thermite open the thing.
Attackers dropped the diffuser. Attackers recovered the diffuser.
So, attackers are making their way forward nice and quick.
Surprised they're not opening up as many drop hatches to be able to rotate.
Bibu on the stairs, Sangro downstairs. Upstairs, we just got the Rook. And
Attackers have
the
located a
Valk.
bomb.
Now Zephyr comes running back across from that other building. After just making a little bit of noise and being a little bit of a nuisance in there.
Yeah, they all want to play on this side, looks like. No one wanting to play over Coast Guard, but Zephyr still making sure they're not going over there just in case.
By making some noise and being spotted over there and force them to drone it a little bit and be a bit slower.
Attackers bomb diffuser has been dropped.
Definitely how you play the roaming game.
Feo takes down Killer pretty quickly as he repels straight up towards the window and actually tried to come inside
They
Server
know where
here,
he's at now.
but he kills off the Blackbeard all the same, so
Totally
gonna
worth it.
take that win.
Yeah.
Tumik upstairs with the MPX in tow actually instead of the shotgun this time over.
Surprising since we've seen a lot of good
Back 'em
shotgun
up.
kills.
Bibu in the stairwell once more, still checking for heartbeats. Sees two of them out here on the L-shaped balcony.
Turn
One
this
out
up.
repelling on the
Ooh,
window too.
spotted
Powerful's
though.
drone gets spotted out, and now he's going to immediately reposition away, so he knows one of those is Twitch. The other one is Thermite, but he's not going to be too sure on that.
Deploying heartbeat sensor.
He definitely wants to do something about it.
Repel up and over now. Zephyr still downstairs, now
Attackers
coming
have
this way. He's
recovered
going to
their
rotate towards the stairwell itself. Sangrel is down there to help him fight. They're picking up kills onto Rafael and Atomic, though they're pushing in towards B. And the numbers advantage Supremacy had is cracking away. Back in the
Nice.
site, BCK
Attackers recovered the bomb.
finished off nicely. Havoc though was
Ooh.
hiding around the corner to take down Bibu. BCK there, looking to help his teammate out. Zephyr coming in from the front of the site. BCK is planting, there's two behind that. Sangro now coming up the stairs, and Zephyr gonna have to keep the pressure forward. He's gonna go prone in the corner and wait now for Sangro to be ready. They're reloading, they're both getting at the same point. It's 2v2, they know they're both pinned behind there.
There's 3
Flashbangs
smokes left.
are coming out. Zephyr gets a good shot off onto Havoc. Now it's only BCK and he gets flanked beautifully.
Nice.
Supremacy get in, will defuse, and they force an overtime here on map 1.
Well played.
Zephyr and
Some good
Sangro
shooting.
slow, patient push to take that back.
Yeah.
Not rushing because the plant down. Making sure they go together, and Zephyr making the most of BCK being distracted by that smoke.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't end up using any of the 3 smokes he had. It could have, but maybe it was just a little too risky to throw him at that point.
They're 10 seconds at that point. If you throw
Yeah.
it out and you don't kill anyone off in time, or you run out of time, then you're stopping your own teammate even getting the defuse. If you'd
Yeah.
have been the man that died, could have been catastrophic.
But it was definitely good teamwork there.
Yeah. All you need is just keep the gun up and just keep spraying bullets in that direction. It's the same kind of fear aspect, and it works out.
protect
So,
the bombs from
into
being
overtime
defused
we
by
go.
attackers.
Supremacy once again get to be the defending team on this upper bomb site. Same location again.
See a lot of up here.
Is the common one, it is the standard one, the better one.
And the one that they're not all winning.
No, better Tumik. Setting up the same cameras he has done the last couple of times over.
See if they play this the same way they did last time. I mean, that early kill on Blackbeard was really strong, but they started losing people a little too fast after that. Maybe playing a little too aggressively on their defense. But in the end, it did work out. Attackers got to be a little more prepared for that this time.
Attackers' objective is
Leaving
to
those
locate a bomb.
upstairs, downstairs. We sent
Attackers
3
dropped the
again.
bomb
Sangro and
diffuser.
Bibu.
Attackers have recovered
Oh,
their
the pair
diffuser.
staying close on by. Once more, Zephyr is over in the other building. This time he's staying a little bit closer.
See if he finds a good hiding
around.
spot.
Yeah, heading on down those stairs again.
Behind those shower stalls. Oh, he's hoping someone's going to actually try and come in there.
Yep, or at least waiting for the drone to come that way. Get it all off. If they don't check this area, he's going to be able to jump up behind them later on and cause quite a bit of havoc. Speaking of, up here on top of the roof, he is running around, checking the back of server.
Worried about those monitors.
People coming up the side of kitchen again as well. Killer now putting his shield on and heading up. Fighter kills off Rafael, and it's the first kill for Denial on attack. Taking down the man here at the back of the server.
Good job. Make Blackbeard's job a little bit easier.
And the back here. Bibu is still close to that area. He is edging his way around, looking the other direction though. He's on the body at the moment.
Bomb
Might help
located
keep
by
him alive
attackers.
a little bit from Blackbeard. Hope he's not going to reach that far, buddy. Turn around. Now
Well,
he's
you know,
Killer
he's
waiting right there. He's got the shotgun in tow this time. Might give him the confidence to peek up.
Oh, but
Havoc's with
it's
one, but from the other building, he gets taken out by BCK, and suddenly Zephyr. Yeah, okay. You could have been damaging from over here.
a little
As
late.
it is, your entire team was picked off this side. You had nothing to do with it.
On the way
And
back.
on your way back up the stairs, Powerful will
Defenders
find
have
him,
been
shut him down, and Denial comfortably take the first round of overtime. Saw something a little bit different from Supremacy, tried or attempted. It really didn't work.
No, that was probably the strongest match we've seen from Denial so far. I don't think a single one of their operators even died.
No, it took very, very little damage. And now they are back up to being on map point again. Denial 5 and Supremacy 4. Now could be decided right here.
No, they're definitely going to have to bring it back, make sure that this goes into overtime. Strong attack.
Denial defending the server room, control room again themselves. Then they will head up to that top floor.
I'm not sure we've
Hold
seen a
on
lot
for
of
dear life.
Thatcher doing stuff so far.
Defenders,
Those
protect your
EMP
bombs
grenades.
being defused
They are
by
bringing him.
attackers.
They do have something in mind for him. We haven't really seen Bandit or anything trying to bandit these walls, so not sure that they need it for the box.
No standards reinforcement. BCK is heading over to the other building this time around. What are you up to, BCK?
Got a plan in mind.
Making sure he was spotted by a couple of drones, killing a couple more off.
Cover the
Trying to play the
location
same,
of a bomb.
I'm over here, come watch me over here game.
10 seconds to go.
Looks that way as Havoc's beginning last couple of bits in defense.
5 seconds.
We've seen a lot of those kill holes be really useful at the bottom of that wall.
Yep, I mean, it's so common for that to be the
heading
plant
out to defuse
location.
a
As
bomb.
long as you can see in there, a little hand tapping away on the diffuser. It's a nice, easy kill through the very penetrable wall.
Attackers
It
recover
seems
the
like they've been
diffuser.
having a lot of trouble pushing server in these particular attacks, so maybe it'd be good to change that up if you can actually make it work this time. The box itself can definitely be a struggle, especially when people are able to hold out behind monitors. A little harder to hit that with the hollow.
Then once more making his way forward, taking out a couple of cameras, but then the team are just churning through the floors above. Bibu spotting
Not hitting that drone.
quite a few people upside inside the server, but realizing it's also very dangerous to go up and to repel where he was. Rafael is out here on the L balcony firing in towards the connector. It's actually where Killer is sitting, and he sprints across the gap and gets away with it. Lucky to do just that. Killer now on the back windows is getting taken out by Sangor. It's a nice easy kill for him.
Nice.
Killer has been downed but not outed. No doc to revive him, and anyone running in there though will be risking quite a lot. Sangor comes around now.
does get
There
back
is
up.
the revive. Killer getting up.
See if they notice that.
C4 goes out,
Nice try.
goes off, nowhere near anyone. Bibu there on the
Give
window.
away.
Sangor goes across the gap. The shots are there.
Ooh.
Sangor is going to survive it this time
Didn't
around, and
make it.
actually gets the kill.
That's got to do some damage to Blackbeard, though.
It was Thatcher, and Thatcher took a little bit, but nothing too serious. Havoc's looking across the gap from the other side. Supremacy trying to pressure every window here on B, and is working better than before, but Powerful and Fighter turn it around.
Nice.
Bibu will grip BCK,
Fighter.
but Fighter gets Zephyr as well. Only 2 attackers left up. Fighter is prone on the stairs, trying to get Rafael, but Rafael taking no damage, pushes him back again. Bibu inside the site with the shotgun in
Nice
hand, takes
shotgun.
down Powerful.
Attackers drop the
Will be
Oh,
finished off by Havoc's
straight.
and his own shotgun inside, though. Havoc's now at the back of the room, cautious. Fighter inside the room, also cautious. And Rafael, 2v1 to keep his play and his team alive on this map.
The diffuser's down in there, too. Not looking good for Blackbeard. He's going to have to do something to force one of them out and at least take one down, or it's going to be too hard of a push.
Full minute on the clock.
That's good for Blackbeard here. He's going to need that minute.
Dance across back and forth. The diffuser is down inside and they know he's got 45 seconds.
All Denial has to do is just stay away from the easy Blackbeard spots and be ready for him to walk into one of the few entrances he can use. Playing it
Fighter
cautious.
up on the back of the desk. Rafael begins a repel, but immediately regrets it. Knows that he's in there somewhere. 30 seconds on the clock now.
Time's burning up
To the right.
fast.
Fighter's still at the back of the room. He's going to leap on over it. Shots rattle off his
Faded in.
shield. Doesn't know where the Havoc is, but he's making the push just for Fighter, and Fighter's all that's needed.
Was ready for
Denial,
it.
take map number 1. Kanal
Nice.
is in the books. Supremacy. We're going to begin this series on the back foot. We're going to head over to Oregon next. That was Supremacy's choice already, though. They clearly had some strats in mind, but Denial were prepared and ready for them.
Definitely putting the name Denial to the test there. Supremacy put up a good fight, though.
Good fight. We saw some attempted changes from round to round. We talked about how adapting is the spice of life here. But Fighter going 12 and 6 made sure that every single one of those attempts was just shut down hard.
He had some really good Jaeger play. Making good use of the range of that gun. Saw a lot of action through those kill holes too, doing that. Some nice plays by Denial.
So, looking forward. We are one step closer to that All-American final again. Denial are there, and Supremacy were very vocal earlier on. They've definitely calmed down a little bit as they now think things over. We are looking at Oregon as our second map. Give me a quick rundown of Oregon while we look at this awesome map video and begin map number 2, Oregon between Denial and Supremacy.
Oregon should be an interesting choice here. You saw a lot of vertical blade repelling on windows and stuff in Kanal. This map, not so much, other than when attacking the bedroom. And a lot of those are ledges you can walk on. So I think we'll see a little bit different style of player, other than perhaps a lot of Blackbeard on some of those windows. Common spot, of course, being the basement. Definitely a good place to defend, as well as the dorms upstairs. So I think we'll see a lot of that. We do see Kapkan being a lot more useful on this map, so he is getting brought out. Another one that sometimes gets brought out a little bit differently is Mute, but we aren't seeing that just yet.
No, just a quick reminder, ladies and gentlemen, those of you that do not already know, Rainbow Six is free this weekend. Sign on to your Xbox, sign on to your Uplay, or on your Steam or whatever. PC and Xbox can play Rainbow Six for free this weekend, July 28th to 31st. Go and enjoy it. And if you're lucky enough to grab one of those Rainbow Six Pro League skin packs that are there on screen, congratulations as well.
You can use that on your free weekend account.
It would be a little bit of a waste, but yes, you can. Yes, you can. So, let's see how things shape up here on Oregon. Supremacy defending the basement level down in the laundry room. As you mentioned, they are bringing Kapkan to the table. We also often see a castle sometimes brought to this specific bomb site.
Definitely.
But not there yet.
Really good to be able to use those lasers to slow them down here. It's some really hard angles with some of these hallways to try and shoot those Kapkan traps. And now with the bolt not being visible, that Kapkan buff that happened a little while ago, makes it much harder for them to make these pushes down here without just droning really heavily. Having to try and get those angles on those stairs. They don't have Thatcher or anything else that can easily take those out. They're not running an IQ to spot those. So I'm hoping to see some of those traps at least factor into those pushes. Of course, the most common thing to do is try and blow that laundry hatch and then attack from there. And that's not a place where the Kapkan lasers come as much into effect.
So we've seen a few different ideas and strategies for defending this bomb site in the recent years. This time around, a slight change from Supremacy. We've got reinforcements inside meeting. We got a couple of players looking like they're going to play, and we do have a trapdoor blown open here in the meeting.
I feel like when they try and play a meeting room like that, a lot of times if they get spotted out, the attack's just going to come from above. But in this case, I'm not sure if they actually caught that meeting hall is being reinforced so much.
Fighter picking up the first kill onto Zephyr already then. He is upstairs and killing him off in the tower.
Good start for Supremacy.
Well, the rest of his team is still droning a little away. Havoc's going to drone the rest of the bottom half of this tower for Fighter, so he will let him know whether or not it's safe to come down. Powerful with Killer downstairs inside construction. It is going to be a very heavy B push here for Denial. The more uncommon way to play this site. Tangle drops down straight into Powerful and
Nice
Killer's sightlines. It's an easy kill. He thinks it's a safe drop to get out of the meeting hall, but they were ready and waiting for him.
Let's see that laser, I think.
Yeah, you're definitely going to see that across the doorway.
Not the easiest
too
one to
worried
spot.
about it yet. Comes up another kill hole by the B-bomb here.
Time to make a new door.
Supremacy still got a couple of strong operators left in here. We've got a good sightline there from Rafael. He does all rattle off the shield though. Now they're all kind of stacking up and it's not going quite so wonderfully as the trapdoor was blown above Bibu's head.
A lot of pressure coming down.
Powerful picks up the diffuser and kills off that Kapkan trap. BCK droning down. Gonna crouch in and
Nice
grenade
nade.
up and over. Doesn't touch a soul though, bounce back towards them. Now more drops are coming in from the attacking team. Flashbang's heading in, more drones coming out. Sled's gonna drone the corridor for him. Now they're gonna go in, look for the plant. Hello, Bandit.
That guard
Powerful
against the
against the plant inside the site then. Atomic is right on the other side of the cabinet for him, looking to try and fire down through the gap, but he's just hitting the body. Bibu has taken out Fighter for 1 kill.
It's not going
Atomic's
to
already
be
taking
easy.
a bit of damage. The plant is down. Now he sees the player in the gap, but wasn't looking there this time. Atomic does get a Capcan kill
There's
onto
that
BCK. Bibu now taken down in the gap, is proning out. Rafael reviving the downed Capcan, again right next to Powerful. Right on top of one or another, looking through the gap. Havix is through there one side. Now
Oh,
Powerful
nice
gets down,
shot.
but he does get the kill on Atomic.
You gotta get that
Killer in
Blackbird.
the gap is going to come round. Taking down low by Rafael. Ash is still around somewhere though. Looking for the next gap.
Nice.
Take the Blackbeard down. Now he's got to find the Ash.
Can he
Ash
do
is
this?
inside the red corridor. She hasn't have time to revive either of these two teammates. He has got to defuse. Remember, he needs the time for it. Doesn't know where it is she's gone. He's now
away.
inside blue. He's on the diffuser. There's the call. It's going to come out from the down Powerful. He comes around the corner.
Oh.
He's ready for it, but does he have time for defuse? No way.
Whoa, that's
Attacker mission successful.
unfortunate. You spend all that time trying to get that attacker, get him, and then just can't defuse in time. I mean, letting them get the plant down obviously was the only reason they lost that round, but it was nicely played by Rook there. He did a good job getting kills, holding people off. Ultimately, just didn't have the time he needed to make it all happen. It was a good round, though. I was surprised to see such a heavy push on that B site from above and from the construction.
Yeah.
I think that's what they were going for. People aren't going to expect this. They're going to think we're going to focus on the hatch for laundry. Just pushed it hard and heavy.
I think we're seeing why Denial pick this site. That is something you don't see very often. That B push there when your players are playing what it ultimately is a pretty standard defense for that bomb site.
Yeah.
Not doing crazy roam strategies, not putting everyone in the front or heavy, very front end. They are playing standard operators, playing standard defense in and around that B site. But Denial had it figured. They got the early kills, which could have been a little bit luck, but still they got the early kills and they played off them beautifully. Shoving everyone back and away from B, not being scared to plant despite the players in there and just having every angle covered, because there are not that many angles to watch, to be honest.
Yeah.
And making sure they were there ready for both.
10 seconds
That
to
Blackbeard definitely held them back pretty well as well.
go. 5 seconds to insertion.
I expect we might see Supremacy try and push the usual A side. I don't think they're going to switch up their usual strategy if they go for the A side, or at least looking like they're going to push the A site.
So Denial using the same kind of setup here in the meeting room for their defense, reinforcing the kitchen wall, not reinforcing the front side walls here of meeting, but they then reinforce one of the two trapdoors, blow the other one, and then leave BCK upstairs with Heartbeat Sensor Killer. Havix Powerful downstairs, BCK inside the meeting, and Fighter at the back tower staircase. Close by, but not quite there.
Fighter just opening up some holes for himself to use if he needs to use those, so he can use the range on that rifle. Try and get anyone, trying to sneak into meeting hall from the lobby side. It's gonna be a little obvious he's in somewhere around there though with those holes, but by the time they realize it, it'll be a little late for them. I like the spread they have here. It's some decent roams, a lot of people on site. Question is, where is the attack going to come from? And it looks like it could be coming from the A side. Once they get into that lobby there, they're just going to be able to blow that hatch down. Looks like they almost might have made Fighter's job a little bit easier, opening up some of that wall there for them.
Have a nice angle in towards
Shots.
what was Zephyr's legs. DK is close and is cautious of the drones coming his way. Does have to try and take a
Didn't
couple
see
of
him
them down, but
first.
won't get enough. Takes a couple of shots from the Twitch drone. Does finally kill it off. He's taken 3 shots. Thermal charge goes off in the lobby, and this is a more standard push. It's actually the kitchen wall next to it. That's why it sounded so close. BCK
Attackers dropped
now
the
has
diffuser.
Bibu very close. He's going to rush around, and Bibu's going to have the
Oh.
sideline first and get the kill with ease.
Hit the shotgun too, ultimately just aimed at the wrong spot.
The ump. 36 beating the ump. Now Pavel's gone down the stairs. He's going to be seen. The feet of Bibu, though, misses him out. With some runaways. Zephyr out here with him. Now we're going to see Supremacy focus on a slightly more standardized attack towards the front of the site. Trapdoor blown open under 8.
Now it's going to be much harder for Denial to hold this, having lost some of their roamer strength.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Need to kill off that armor pack. That's a nice spot. Stops you planting there.
Yeah,
So it's not the same as a trap. It's not the same as running a frost there or anything.
just a
But
little
it
delay.
does just something.
Nothing
to
stopping
stop the
people from
plant.
shooting it right now. Maybe he just doesn't realize that that's going to be a factor.
See. As it is, Killer is now inside the little laundry closet. Fighter is in the corridor watching the stairwell. And down the stairwell they're starting to come. Sledge and Zephyr are there. Sledge shooting around the corner does kill off that armor pack now. Zephyr looking to be the first man around. He's going to have that shield in front.
Ooh.
There's the sprint around the corner. Fighter misses the shots. The plant is going down. Killer rushes forward. It's going to get killed up by Bibu from above. Now they're running on out. Gets across the gap and will manage to stop the plant before being taken out. Fighter does eventually go down. Frost now pushing up the stairs. Is taking down one more. Havoc's grabbing out two. But then he gets shot as they push on down. Defenders do successfully win as the plant was not completed and the timer hit 0. Rafael gets around the corner, had to reload, does get the pistol in time, but couldn't quite get the last couple of kills, and with a very close last second hold, do start seeing a 2-0 lead stretch out here for Denial.
Looking good for them. Supremacy got to be rethinking how they're approaching things, especially since Denial throwing them off with that construction push the first round and then just holding that defense really well. I like that they waited for the plant to kind of come down. I mean, obviously they wanted to kill the guys he was coming for the plant. But once the plant was starting to go down, just aggressively pushing and surrounding everyone. I'm sure he lost his life killing the planter, but it paid off because then the plant didn't go down.
Yeah, now it's some Supremacy to try and hold this basement again. Now, we've already seen Denial try their slightly different strategy to attack B. Can they go back to the more standard A attack and get another win on this bomb site here? Stretching their lead to 3 before Supremacy really figure out what's going on. Because by all means, adapt and change to the basement attack you felt with last time.
Yeah.
But now, you still got to remember how to deal with the first one, the normal one.
I think Supremacy playing the Capcan again, I imagine Denial are going to be a little more prepared for it, a little expecting it, but at the same time, it only got one person last time, and I'm not sure it slowed them down a ton. However, if they're pushing again from the A side this time, not going to make a huge impact. It is good to have, though, regardless. Capcan can be a pretty tanky operator, and Zephyr with the peak already getting Fighter. That aggressive Jaeger play.
Takes Fighter down nicely. Zephyr getting that early kill is going to help Supremacy out a little way.
Especially on a stronger operator like Sledge like that. Sure wasn't their Thermite or their Blackbeard, but that's definitely going to hurt. Jaeger just getting antsy.
There's the shield. Perfect headshot, but face shield.
That would have been really nice had that not been Blackbeard.
Yeah, but Killer can't return the favor and doesn't take down that Jaeger at all. Now he's going to push forward, slightly better reinforcements here. He does spray through towards the corner, but he's not going to land. Now blowing that wall on open. Trapdoor above is still opened up. This time no one going to drop through there now that the wall is open. Capcan trap a nice easy kill for Killer, but he doesn't seem to see it still.
There we go. At least saw one of them. Can't get an angle on the other box. Looks like they do want to go
the corner again. Zephyr is there, but he's prone, so that's going to go over his head. Bibu does drop down in towards the main lobby. Straight downstairs, trying to fire through the gap. Bibu now on the meeting hall stairs, waiting for what might come his way. Havoc is close by, but outside. Powerful is still on the back stairs. Killer does finally get a kill, and it is finally onto Zephyr, who stepped up from where he was hiding.
It's okay, Zephyr got his kill.
Supremacy could have stayed hidden, but a little bit antsy. Checking where Killer may be. 2mix still behind that same spot he was before. Doesn't need to peek out until the pressure really starts to apply while the plant starts to go down. BCK is there with the diffuser. They've got to come through the barbed wire first, and that's what a 2mix is waiting to hear. Flashbangs going off are going to mean he can't hear that so well. He's going to have to get a little bit anxious, as we do see Valkyrie getting killed off by Havoc's upstairs. So he tried to push and thinking the push was coming their way. Does get taken down by Ash, who is very low, but is still alive all the same.
Looks like this push is working again for them.
Niall playing it slowly and cautiously, and is working out. Supremacy just lacking a lot of information up this end, and that's meaning they're getting a bit antsy, a bit unsure. Rafael does go for a flank upstairs and takes down Powerful. Now Killer's going to go onto his drone. BCK still watching the angle. Havoc is pushing on in aggressively in the corridor. He's got away with it. He does see the head of a 2mix there, but a 2mix sees him first as he doesn't position right. The smoke grenades are coming out, and they're going to block 30 seconds on their own. There's only 30 seconds left in the round, so 20 seconds without smoke charges, and that means BCK's got to return to the corridor. A 2mix going to see him and tag him, and that gives the information. Now they're in the camera, he's in the smoke, and does sprint through to the plant, but he's incredibly low here.
Blackbeard's going to have to hold him. Another
smoke grenade comes, Capcan going to push forward using the smoker's cover. He does get it, sweeps out towards Killer. Can't get the killing blows on him, but on 10 seconds left now, Killer has to find 3. The smoke grenades are coming from above. Smokey himself is above, and Sangreal will get the kill in the round. Supremacy finally hold and get themselves on the board.
Nice adjustments from Supremacy. It wasn't looking great for them at first. That push looked like it was really going to work. Once they started picking off one attacker at a time and making sure that that plant couldn't come down. The smoke grenades were a nice, I think that was probably the most important change there in terms of them being able to hold that at the end when the plant was trying to come down. I liked that defense there. Kapkan not trying to peek it too aggressively through that bomb again towards Blackbeard. Just using the bomb itself to kind of guard off the hallway a little bit better. It was a nice adjustment. I mean, that's what you want to see, right? If they're going to do that weird attack again that they're not used to, at least use the information you got from last time to make it a little bit stronger.
All right.
Kapkan killed that time, but
No. But the job was still done. We are now looking at a very different site. Upstairs to the kids' bedroom we go. A little bit more, I mean, it's well known as a secondary site, but it's a very different setup to how we play downstairs. So now Denial have got something up their sleeves for this. Let's see.
yeah, this is one where you see a little bit more play from both sides. You know, the bottom bomb sites, you see a lot of times pushes from individual sides. This one, you'll see a little bit more play from both sides. You'll see people pushing the armory. You'll see people pushing that A window, sometimes pushing on the B windows. I expect to see a lot more pinching kind of action come. But it depends on how the attackers want to play it. It's pretty common to see Blackbeard on the A window or on one of the B windows. So I expect to see that as well, using those windows to their advantage.
Last couple of reinforcements then are now done, set up. Barbed wire are going down and barricades being resealed.
Attackers recovered the
He's already on that heartbeat sensor, hoping someone's just being aggressive. Unfortunately, won't catch drones on it, as they do not have a heart.
Nope, but now we can see through it far easier, so it's all good. Fighters still cracking open holes in towards the master bedroom to give a good crossfire from Armory if needed.
Bomb diffuser has been dropped.
I'm used to seeing a lot of pulse play in Armory here, but this Jaeger could be really useful in getting that long angle he's set up. A lot of gunfire coming out, not a lot of kills so far though.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
Some good Valkyrie camera placements out here, some nice outside locations. It's really gonna help you. You're gonna see a lot of outdoor play on those ledges and roofs. Having those cameras there is gonna be extremely important in making sure they're able to hold this defense as well as they can.
Are now holding themselves down and firm.
A lot of camera usage. They're sitting patient. It's good that they're not overly pushing these peaks.
They're pretty standard camera spots though. That one there on the top of the school bus should be spotted out quickly and easily. Should be killed off. Powerful now being taken down pretty low by some grenades in towards the B site. He is gonna just hide down comfortably in the corner. Those killer is sprayed through the mattress. They don't know he's down. They have no way to tell that right now. He's reinforced the wall between him and B, so Bibi won't be able to kill him. But Rafael might be able to finish him off if he keeps spraying on through. Into the site they go. Powerful flicked off.
Nice
Bibu is
shot.
just the king of those kind of flicks. Killer having an epileptic fit, I think, in the corner
he's
there.
not doing well over there.
Definitely
Shivering.
not doing well. Havox is taken down a Tumik, but they've already got Zephyr inside now the site with the diffuser. Killer not going to come around the corner because he's already downed, and now they do come through the doorway. Fighter, this time Bibi goes a little bit over the top. Havox will kill Rafael off, but the plant has gone down. Sledge finished off quickly and easily, but Havox just coming in, picking up 3 of 4 total this round.
Nice.
Havox could be on for an ace here if he's going to get this extra kill. So he's going for the defuse. Sangrel is close by. He's going to go around the corner. The plant is still going down. Havox comes around and Sangrel gets him in the last second. And you can hear
so close.
the happiness coming out of Supremacy. Missing those first shots does give Havoc just enough time to come off the diffuser, but not enough time to line the shot up. Sangrel puts them back on the map. 2 rounds to 2. We have a game on our hands.
Definitely some nice play. We'll see how they switch up and play on the defense here of that same site. Hopefully they've got some good plans in store to keep this an interesting match. Not a lot of crazy operator choices or anything. You're not going to see as much Kapkan, for example, up here on the dorms. Still could be useful, just not nearly as useful as playing it down in the basement.
So, trying to go on the upstairs again. It does allow them to drop a Kapkan trap up one end of the site, or a couple of them, and forces them to let you know they're coming when and if they come that way. So without leaving a person there, you still get that early warning system.
Definitely. It's same with the frost traps as well. One of those things that you could hear them shooting at them. I mean, you can melee them, but it's always a little bit risky if you're in, fast motion trying to go up and melee something as risky as that.
It is Supremacy edging in for a pretty downstairs site defense here.
Zephyr. Ooh.
Did this once before. He's looking to go for it again.
It works sometimes.
A little bit too aggressive.
Too
He's going to
late.
be detected too soon.
Yeah.
Seal the door up, get back inside.
Nice try, though.
They are running roughly in that direction, but he is safely back on in. Havoc can't see him either.
Good bait, at least.
That's cracking open the windows to Kid's bedroom.
I imagine we're going to see Blackbeard playing those windows. Something you
What
see
they
a lot,
haven't done is droned or cleaned the big tower or even the attic right now, which, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Playing those windows is nice, but when you can get shot in the back like that,
Especially
it's
from
not
the
so
attic,
wonderful.
where it's
As it
hard
is
to
now,
prepare.
Powerful is up in there and is cracking holes into the attic, so now they know it's clear and Blackbeard will be safe to go up there shortly, but Bibu in the kitchen below has been droned out. So he's got kill holes right up to the window itself.
If only he had pulse power.
Doesn't need it when there's holes, and Sangro is sitting right there with him.
Nice.
Sangro puts the smoke down by one window. Try and keep his head in. Bibu is trying to get an angle on him.
It's a nice spot to
Catch
sit,
the
but it's
side
hard
of
to
his
look
head.
both ways.
There's the smoke grenades are going to come in. Landing very close.
Located by attackers.
Pops a smoke grenade of his own, and that does force Blackbeard down off one window. Powerful has picked off Zephyr now. Powerful trying to get that kill as look. You can see Zephyr was trying to come around flanking the tower. This is why Powerful is sitting here.
Smart move. Zephyr could have got away with it too. He's not been
Bibu's
prepared.
still underneath him. He's still putting a couple of smoke grenades on towards the windows, but there's no one at it this time. They're all gone to the left-hand window.
Good
Dancing back
adjustments.
and forth between the two then.
Blackbeard does kind of want to go back to that window though. He's looking
Know
for something.
exactly where he is. The flashbang's going to come through and take him completely blind. Raphael has killed off Havoc though, and that's the Ash down. Now Killer's on this window on his own. Across the corner.
Crossfire.
Rook now just has to keep his head in. Sangor now knows he only has to pay attention to one window quite so much, and it is Killer with the diffuser that's right next to him. Have the diffuser, sorry, C4 or any gas grenades left now. But with 56 seconds on the clock, Denial got to start making a move. Grenade comes in, does go right down behind the A-bomb, and it does mean Fighter has downed the Rook. Doc is still in the corridor though. Fighter has to get back out as Sangor tagged him low, and he actually gets killed off by Raphael. Raphael could now even revive the Rook perhaps. He's crawling to a slightly more exposed spot which will allow Raphael to do this, but Killer finishes Atomic off before the Rook, before the Doc revive can land.
Unfortunate.
30 seconds on the clock though. Killer's still the man with the diffuser. He's got to get in through this window shortly. Sangro is still waiting for him. He knows Sangro's waiting for him, but he also, if he times this wrong, Raphael is just going to step out and kill him as well. Bibu's still below, also has kill holes to those windows underneath. There he comes on in. Sangro, perfect timing. Swings across the gap, gets the kill. Across from the big tower. Powerful, can't land the return kill. 10 seconds, they've got to go up. BCK is going up the same spot. They've both got to go in. BCK going one, Powerful going the other. BCK in first, check the wrong corner. Sangro doesn't get him. He will get Powerful, however, and that's not going to matter. As the timer hits 0, defenders win. Supremacy, stretching it out again.
That was a good defense. I mean, it was a bummer for Zephyr that Thermite was prepared for him to come over there. But they just had a lot of good placement, and that window push was not working out, and I don't think they were ready to adjust to a different push. I mean, had they just maybe decided, this is not working, let's go around a different way, might have worked a little bit better for the attackers there, as that Sangro just hiding between those two windows. It's a weird thing that it's so effective to just stand between two windows, but I've seen it work so many times just because you have to swing in because the angles just aren't there for you. Although it would have been nice to see someone to be able to cook a grenade or something to be able to get him out a little more effectively than that.
So, Denial, having just lost 3 rounds on the trot, down into the basement again. They've got to figure something out to mix themselves and shake it all back up and get into their rhythm again. Remember, they did win the first map. They won Kanal. And as a result, they could end this all here.
Yeah, it's not terribly close to an end yet, but it is starting to trend one way.
10 seconds left before insertion.
It would be interesting to see Supremacy take this map here.
5 seconds left before insertion. Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb.
Looks like they
and
want to
defuse it.
play the meeting hall game again. Some reinforcements.
Drone is ready.
Kind of sealing themselves in there, except for that trapdoor to get out.
Yeah, same thing they did before. BCK this time around, though, is going to have to do a better job of staying alive.
Yeah, he does have the advantage of being able to see when they're coming, provided he stays hidden while doing it.
Fighter in that same spot in the tower, looking towards the kitchen doorway as well. If it gets blown open again, that same angle as he did earlier on.
It was a nice angle, but I don't think he was able to really get the shots he wanted to.
No, he missed them. And the Blackbeard kind of made it a bit tougher. BCK being a little bit more mobile. Heartbeat centering forward. Does see Bibu at the top of the stairs. The drones are coming in underneath him. He does spray through, but he's going going to take a lot of bullets to make that land. It's got to go through not only the wall in front of him, it's then got to go through the floor above or underneath Bibu.
It's a fun idea, but not really working.
Yeah,
There
well,
we
if
go,
that
maybe
works.
that's
Boom,
much
that's
better. Good adjustment.
Bibu not moving an inch with all those shots going off underneath him and paying the price for it.
Yeah. I think if one had landed on him, he might have changed position, be like, oh, hey, I'm getting shot, but...
Deploying sentry.
Drone active.
Does spot on Blackbeard, not knowing it's Blackbeard, of course, but
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
gets droned down, unfortunately for him.
Sensor activated.
He's going to have to try and hold tight here. They're going to know he's hiding in that spot, though, ultimately.
Zephyr inside the kitchen. Did get heartbeated out, but has now moved away. Atomic is still in the lobby as well. Okay, just spraying in towards the corridor in case he gets a lucky shot into there. Would have gone through into this room here where Thermite is sitting. But he has already blown open the trapdoors, so if Thermite were to die, at least he's got his uses out.
Oh, denial.
Fighter peeking through the hole made in the wall. Takes
Nice
Zephyr down as
timing.
he was rotating through the lobby. Sangor now heading down the stairs with the diffuser. Rafael going to go behind him, but there's Killer waiting in the bottom to take down one. And he then downs Rafael before getting downed himself.
Nice
Finished
shot.
off by Atomic, but he isn't going to be able to revive Rafael.
Hang in there. I got you.
Oh, yes, they're going to let it happen. Okay.
They're gonna
Above
try.
him, Fighter downstairs. BCK still up top. He's looking to come around behind.
Attackers
Still
recovered
Heartbeat
the
censoring and
diffuser.
checking. Rafael is watching from behind. There's Havoc's coming down to get the
misses
first kill.
shots.
Doesn't get the second one though.
Works
Fighter
them.
credited with the kill on Rafael. Havoc's getting the kill on Atomic. Denial do successfully hold the basement and get it back to a 3-3. Stop hemorrhaging rounds. They lost 3 in a row beforehand. They do now hold very nicely. There's 2 roaming players in the meeting hall. Supremacy just tried to ignore them and shrug them off.
Yeah.
Paid the price.
Just like, oh, hey, we got the lobby drop open. We can totally make this work now. We've got control. Nope. Not when the behind you is just lethal. I mean, it was nice he tried to revive his teammate on the stairs and say, like, okay, I need the firepower at this point, but it didn't do a whole lot for him. I was surprised Frost got taken so easily out on the bottom of those stairs, though.
Setting trauma pack here.
3-3. This could go either way. Do have that cap can down there. Might as well, right? It's worth it if you can make it do at least slowing them down. Did get a kill the first round. Was unexpected.
So, Supremacy holding onto the basement again. Now,
They got to be expecting a potential B push again. So far, Denial pushed it twice. Failed the second time, but they imagine, oh, you know, it still kind of worked, so they might push it again. I would hope they're
5
prepared for that.
seconds to go.
they are certainly reinforcing a lot more down at the backside of the red corridor.
Bomb and diffuser.
Rafael dropping a shield here in the corridor.
Stay clear.
They've got closer and closer to successfully holding this every time they've held this side.
Yeah.
And they're also now
Attackers
running
dropping
slightly
the
more
diffuser.
roamers with Zephyr here upstairs, Bibu running back from the meeting at the moment, and Smoke is also on the floor above here.
Oak was pretty helpful last time, so hopefully they can rotate him back down if they need to.
Zephyr giving himself some holes and opening.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Now they wait for the attack.
Has come to crack open the trapdoor and give Zephyr a way out.
Thank you.
Sangor's still in armory. Got reinforcements on the corridor, so they can't push him single from that side, but he is in a very enclosed room here. No trapdoor to get down here, Sangor.
This may backfire on them if they're smart. When they go to push the lobby, if they do, they'll drone upstairs a lot as well. But if they're going to push the other side, they might not bother droning all that upstairs, and they might get away with this roam.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Looks like Smoke decides to go back down after he saw that drone, kind of follow it down.
Yeah. Using a lot of utility up there. 2 reinforcements and some barbed wire, and then just abandoning the spot. Could come
Yeah.
back to bite them. We'll see. Bibu's got himself into the walkway. Fighter's grenade is going to come and land right next to him. Doesn't
That
down him, just
hurts,
takes him
though.
very low. And he will get shot down as he tries to run away and finished off by Sledge. Sledge, though, going to get traded very low back again. Zephyr now waiting for him. He's going to throw a grenade up and over. Forces Zephyr to turn tail and run away from it, and allows Sledge to crawl away with his tail between his legs. But ultimately, still alive.
It's nicely played by Sledge. Didn't work out the best, but it worked out pretty good in his advantage. Now with one less shotgun attacker, it's going to definitely benefit them. Although I imagine at least the cameras are already up. They do want to hold this meeting hall at least. A lot of
Looking
attacks
for what's
surprising.
coming this way. He's going to see Fighter, and he does get that good headshot. It was already the low health Sledge, though. He didn't touch the Ash at all.
No.
Now has to run away, but he's doing his job. Running away like this with a minute still on the clock means the pressure of downstairs is very, very late here for Denial. They're trying to go in for B again. They've got one wall open. They do know that once again, Kapkan is tucked in behind the corner. Killer grabs Sangro, who steps out a little bit too soon.
See if Atumic can do some good killing this time. He was pretty critical last time.
Sledge looking to grenade up and over onto Atumic. Doesn't touch him at all with that grenade. BCK going to rush in and begin the plant, though.
Is Atumic
Rafael is trying to fire out the corridor, but Killer's waiting for him. Atumic looking to try and peek out onto the plant that comes around the corner. Doesn't manage to stop him in time. The plant goes down, but Zephyr now flanking down from behind after his constant rotating. Does pick up 2 kills, but Powerful's there with the shotgun attached to the bottom of his rifle. Denial straight back at it.
Zephyr did a lot of work that round, but he couldn't just do it all by himself.
Perfect timing on that final flank was with it constantly just picking up, grabbing a couple of shots, running away, picking up, grabbing a couple of shots, running away. Didn't kill Sledge first time, but did kill him the second time. Worked down the clock, and then on top of all that, perfectly rotating back down at the end there to come down those back stairs. Did pick up 2 kills, but unfortunately there was 4 people still left alive. So even with just those 2, the 3 teammates that he had left inside the site hadn't got a single one of them.
No.
And he was still left in a 2v1, which he could not win at that point.
Had Kapkan been able to make that kill and pulled away, that might have gone a little bit differently for them at the end, but he just had to make that run out and try and get that diffuser. Ultimately wasn't able to stop them.
Killer noticed this kill hole, almost a kill hole, being made up here at a very tight angle. Means you can stay safe, hidden very between these 2 bombs, these 2 beds. Throw your C4 up through the hole and land it right here by this window, without exposing any kind of actual vision, without exposing any kind of actual sight lines, without exposing yourself to being wallbanged. But you can.
So glad when they made that change, they made C4 less sticky. You get a lot more angles like that now. Little tricky spots people throw C4 through.
5 seconds remaining.
There you see Fighter setting up the same angle he did previously from the armory, so he can use his range, but decides he doesn't even want to use it yet.
Bomb diffuser has been dropped. Attackers recovered the diffuser.
I definitely like seeing the Jaegers that know how to play to range, especially Zephyr. He'll use his range to his advantage, doing peeks and things like that, but also being able to fight at close range well with that rifle still.
Camera in position.
It being the only real assault rifle on the defenders. Hope that they come through that door. We haven't really seen much push into bedroom, so.
Did see an attempt last time around, but he just couldn't get in through the windows from from Denial. Okay, now opening some floor level kill holes, checking around for any heartbeats that may or may not be coming his way. The attacking team, though, are still quite a distance out. Just shooting open a lot of these windows, and here it is, looking to come in towards the kids' bedroom windows like before.
Oh, missed
These
the
ones
throw.
not quite landing where they're meant to. Sangro, 3 stun grenades used, but 2 of them hitting his team.
That's why I stopped using stun grenades.
Shots rattling off.
Nice
Inside,
throw.
Killer's
It's gonna
grenade,
hurt.
gonna land right next to him. Zephyr actually shoots him. Oh, sorry, it does grenade him down. Grenade is there for the killing blow.
And that's what I wish they had that previous round on Denial's side.
But good. Powerful is behind the B bomb and actually can't be seen here by Zephyr, so he's got to be cautious. Gonna crack open the window and his way for a different angle again as well.
Question is, did they have the attic and tower covered well enough to make sure they don't get shot from that?
Atumic is standing on top, just watching both angles.
Nice.
Bibu comes straight into the kid's bedroom, takes down Powerful. Now looking inside the
Nice
site.
plays.
Flicks around to take BCK as well.
That was a hard shot.
Havoc's up the firing, goes out on towards the balcony, is now looking to get the man repelling on the window. Does tag him but can't kill him, and he's immediately
on the
trading
way
back the
home.
other way. Fighter has taken down Blackbeard from the small tower, but as he's the only one, he does look away from Sangro at the wrong moment.
Saw him and
And
forgot.
they are going to get an overtime here on the second map as well.
Good comeback by Supremacy.
Yeah, Supremacy holding firm, doing very well to turn that around. Finding some holes in the Denial bomb defense, just finding little angles in, like Bibu sprinting straight into that B bomb site there.
Yeah.
Incredible kind of movement that, to be fair, he should not have been allowed to do. But ultimately just comes down to the defensive team.
Allowed or not, he pulled off some
being
good
ready.
shots, and that's what counts. I think we might see a little more aggression this time from the attackers, bringing Ash and Twitch and Sledge.
Protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Question is, how are they going to attack this site this time?
Camera feed up.
Serious protection. Flare deployed.
Do you see the Frost, but not the Capcan. He's downstairs. Frost traps being pretty useful, of course, for denying the actual planting of the diffuser, but not always catching people all that off guard in other places. Other than sometimes in the lobby, as we've seen before, where people put them behind those sandbags, behind that little generator there. Sometimes useful for stopping those lobby attacks where people get a little frantic and jump over things. Again, doing the whole reinforce the meeting hall, open the drop down, kind of hang out there. We got Denial. We see a lot of Jaeger plays in towers from both teams. See Fighter doing it this round and multiple previous rounds, as well as Zephyr doing it. It just seems to be his place to play because he can use his range out those windows.
Deploying heartbeat sensor.
Camera in position.
A lot of Pulse hanging out in here as well. It's a good spot. That's the thing with Pulse now, is he's able to use a lot of spots where he just hides behind walls and corners and tries to spot through multiple rooms, up, down, left, and right. It's such a strong device, provided you have the team communication there to do something about it. You see one person actually forgot their armor already.
Sometimes you don't have the time to get downstairs after doing all these reinforcements. BCK Fighter could easily be one of those two. Fighter actually pushed back up into the tower this time. But once more comes down to the angle. Here's the glass break, but he thinks it's one above him. It's not, it's below here, and it's Zephyr, and now he sees it opened up. Zephyr is looking at this angle in towards the meeting room itself. Going to be caught on the heartbeat center there from BCK. He now goes back to watching the lobby, does see Sangrel.
Fortunately, he doesn't have teammates able to act on a whole lot of this right now, but it's still useful intel.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
Now he catches two of them going in towards the kitchen. They are going to start blowing open the wall right next to him. This time he's got the shotgun instead of the ump, and he won the firefight with the ump. He went in with the shotgun. He decides to back away and drop down to the trapdoor. Does get caught in the side of the head by Zephyr at the same time, but it's only half his health. And he is alive downstairs with the shotgun in tow. Fighter up top starts tagging on towards Bibu after he comes through that wall that was blown open. And now himself starts to begin pre-firing that direction and then heading down the back stairs. So Denial waiting until minute 12, but then all getting back down towards the basement and being safe about it, keeping 5 members alive.
Good roams.
For what is about to come their way from Supremacy.
Now they're all back downstairs, they can get that armor if they need to.
Yeah. So Supremacy now have to start pressuring the bomb site itself, pressuring the trapdoors. Sangrel and friends all in the lobby going to start cracking open the trapdoor and waiting for them.
Definitely worried about that attack coming up from meeting hall and tower again.
Start seeing a couple of shots rattling off. Rafael trying to fire down through the hole. Flashbangs going down, waiting to take out trophy systems underneath. Now she's going to drone while people shoot down. Drones on down, does see the Valkyrie very close underneath. Risky play from Killer. Goes in and finds 2 on the corner. Killer gets down. Havox is there trying to revive it though, and they are going to just about get away with their legs being hit. Sticks it out as the cancelled on the revive. Finished off. Rafael gets that kill, but Fighter will trade back onto Sangrel. Trying to barb through the barbed wire. They need to get the diffuser, and whilst getting stuck in it, Blackbeard is taken out by Fighter. Now the barbed wire has been killed. 10 seconds on the clock, and they're not going to get that one in either. Bibu has dropped straight down through the trapdoor. Tumik's coming from behind. He's got to kill 4 people because he cannot get to the diffuser in time. Not going to happen. Denial successfully hold and win the first round of overtime.
A nice hold. Getting those people down
All they now need is one more round to force us to an all-American final.
Can they do it?
They're going to be on attack. Where are they going to attack? It's up to you, Supremacy. You're going upstairs, you're going downstairs, you're going to do something crazy and new. You've actually seen some teams, not ironically, using that tower spawn in a couple of occasions, trying to play something completely crazy.
Yeah. It looked like they were going to sit on random for a minute there even.
They definitely took some time to think about it, and as it now ticks over to 0, it's going to be the kids' dorm hall. They're going to go upstairs.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by
Can they hold
attackers.
this very well? They did last time hold it nicely. Run the clock down, kept people alive, played very patient, and Denial did not really know how to shake any of the placements that were there.
But attack on the bedroom, just it did not work out for them. I hope they're going to make an adjustment. Even a push on the A window would be good for them at this point. Personally, I'd like to see them do a little bit of a pinch from Armory, make sure the attic's cleared out, and then push on that A window, see if they can get some picks here and there, and then just collapse on them once they're able to get enough pressure.
5 seconds left before insertion.
we'll see if they can make that adjustment, because if they
Attackers
can't,
must locate
then
and
they
defuse
might
the
not be
bomb.
going into the finals.
Zephyr running right down through basement construction, looking for anyone that might be coming in this direction. There isn't anyone. We've seen him run outside in the past. Not going to do that again this time around. There are people swarming this back tower. They might just hear him now. Drone is just above him, jumps on up the stairs. That camera would have told him that he's gone on up. Can he do the damage he wants? We've already seen this from before, right? He wants to play in this tower, but last time he tried to late rotate here and Thermite was there waiting for him. This time he wants to be there waiting for the Thermite. Because of being in this tower, being in the attic, being behind them, makes it going on this kid window damn near impossible, which is a big deal when stopping this push coming their way.
Yeah, I think Zephyr's going to be really important to this if he can stay alive long enough to be a really pivotal player and get them from behind when they try and get in there.
Havoc is already up on the windows and is throwing smoke grenades in there to take out the trophy systems. Now they can't do that again. Once more though, smoke sitting there inside the windows, throwing out smoke grenades. Oh, that's not good.
He played it
Tries
so
to pick
well
it back
last
up
time.
again. And he has to step out a little bit too far, and that allows him to get shot straight down by Killer. Doc wasn't able to revive him either, and now this round is looking very much possible here for Denial. The B side itself is completely cleaned and open. The site is being smoked up in the doorway. Rafael's got one angle to one window. Atomic has the same window covered. But he can't peek out much further without being scared of Blackbeard looking his way. Zephyr now, can you be the impact they need you? You're downstairs and you're fighting back and forth with BCK, but you can't shoot on towards the windows unless you can get outside the dining room doorway. BCK is covering that cross. Upstairs, Atomic has been completely flashed. Rafael is doing what he can to try and fire on the second window, but no one coming in there yet. Zephyr still rotating around. Bibu's downstairs to try and help him out and clean this room. BCK is staying what he can down. Looks the wrong way. Stands up. BCK will tuck him down. Atomic has killed off Havoc as well at the same time. So Denial are losing a player or two of their own. There goes BCK, finished off by Bibu though. So he's going to get the revive on Zephyr.
Friendly injured. Administering aid.
There she goes. That's the revive coming through. Rafael now watching the second window. Killer is right next to it. He's rappelling down him just as Rafael looks away from it. If he does flick back in time, isn't going to land the killing blow though. Atomic taken out by Fighter who jumped in through the main A window. He's going to get Rafael down as well, but Rafael will revive himself. Bibu still from downstairs, but Zephyr's now come on the main stair, takes out Fighter.
Zephyr.
Killed off by Killer inside the room, but Supremacy hold. And Defenders getting around number 2 forces us to our deciding round.
That was a close one there.
Coming back the last couple of seconds, the Denial push just that slow enough that allowed Zephyr and BCK to both get back up the stairs after being revived and fighting down below. Before Denial were ready, most of them were mid-reloads. Most of them weren't quite ready for those guys coming back up. If they'd have gone in while they were distracted by BCK, they might have had a far better shot of killing out the people that were upstairs and then being ready for the rotate back up. As it was, Fighter was inside A. He picked up those 2 kills onto Rook and onto Doc, but then mid-reload, Jaeger comes up from below, finishes him off. If he had finished the reload and was ready for Jaeger, that could have been a completely different round.
Even though Jaeger died in the end, it gave Doc the opportunity he needed to clean that up. That was, to be honest, I didn't think it was going to go that way.
So
now
it's Denial looking to defend this same bomb site themselves up the stairs. Both teams have now had mixed success with this site with different ideas and different strategies.
I gotta say, I feel a little sad for Sangul getting killed trying to pick up that smoke grenade. That could have been big for Denial.
I mean, to be fair, him being alive when that push came in would have won the round, but no, as simple as that. The timing that was left, the numbers that were left, all it needed was that extra 1 man, and him being alive is what changed it. As it is, Killer and Fighter, 3 trophy systems that close together would all go down to 2 grenades. That's terrible placement.
Yeah.
You want to put 1 on the left-hand side of this window, 1 on the right-hand side of this window, then it'll each cover 1 window.
Not sure he's aware of that.
But not all in the middle like that. I think he is now. That's why his team told him he's being an idiot and take them off. As it is, though, he's now just holding all 3 of them, which is even worse.
I'll put him up later.
Deploying heartbeat sensor.
Drones up and running.
See if we see another push on these B windows. That hole you mentioned earlier being useful for also throwing the camera.
Yeah, the camera can work both bomb sites now.
It's a good use of opening up the hole there to actually set up, watch both sides.
You shoot the window open, I'm going to throw a camera out there. Thank you very much. Still being a little bit mobile in here. BCK still inside, checking with a couple of angles. Fighter being very mobile inside B right now. It's not always very successful if you run around this much inside.
Drones up and sensor deployed.
Not a lot of places you can go which usually aren't being watched. But Rafael is now droning in. Bibu's droning the back stairs, all on the roofs. Atomic flashbanging in from above the kids' windows.
I guess those trophy systems must have got put up.
John start going off, so now Zephyr knows his grenades could go down if he wants them to. Sangor is still watching the back tower from the lower level this time. Atomic does get the kill onto Havoc, who tries to peek out from the attic. Takes him very low, but can't give the killing blow, and Atomic will punish him for it. Remember, Supremacy win this and we go to another map. Denial win this and we're all over. Heading towards our DLC show match.
They brought Thermite, but they're not really using his charges for anything, but at least he did some damage.
Yeah, unless you're going through the attic, there's nowhere to really use your charges for Thermite this time around. Maybe from Armory, but again, they're not going that way. They're all on the windows again. Killer dances right across in front of Bibu's life. Or Bibu's eyes, and his life must flash before his eyes. That shotgun being too close to your face is a risky spot to be in. He's going to go for the reload, and that gives Killer a chance to look around. He's not going to go straight in. He goes for the pre-fire.
Turns around.
Can't land it in time.
I think he was
and Killer survives it, and then gets back there to kill Bibu, thanks to the fact that there was a second man in this room with him.
Thank you, Fighter.
It was Fighter saving his life. Still a 3v4, and the numbers are not too heavily in Denial's favor. They don't have a hell of a lot of health on Fighter or on Killer. They could be taken down quickly. Powerful though at this window has got BCK on lock. BCK doesn't know about it. Sorry, not BCK. Atomic. BCK is the thermite on.
He was low health and does get down.
Rafael comes over the window into a trap. It's now all on to Sangor. BCK finishes Rafael off. Outside that window, Atomic is also still down, and now the numbers are very much in Denial's favor. Supremacy only have the one man standing. Sangor's got 20 seconds to get in, plant, or kill 4 people. He knows it's a mountain. He's on the heartbeat sensor. BCK comes around the corner, gets the kill. Denial go to the finals. We are having an all-American affair once again, ladies and gentlemen. Denial versus Strictly Business later on this afternoon.